It's the Friday before a holiday in New York City. A lot of people are heading out early, and what better way to spend the afternoon than to spend it with Tan Stoker of Turquoise Life to learn about rosé. Very nice to chat with you this afternoon.
Thank you, Rhonda. It's a pleasure to be here.
And we are in the lovely Peninsula Hotel, which is, we've got fabulous views all the way around, including right here, because
absolutely.
This is your rosé. Tell me about VieVite.
Yeah, VieVite is a very special Provence rosé coming from the Côte de Provence area, specifically in the Saint-Tropez region, just 15 kilometers inland. The Domaine Sainte-Marie winery is located in a very special terroir. You know, VieVite, with its nice shoulders as far as bottle shape, with its DNA, really reflects a spirit of festivity, very cosmopolitan, very chic in essence, and really has exuberated as the leading Côte de Provence rosé.
And the name means what?
Yeah, VieVite. So V meaning in French, meaning life, vite meaning fast. So the fast life, play on that word, it sort of rolls off the tongue here and just really symbolizes what the brand is about.
Absolutely. And let's talk broadly about the industry for a moment, because there's really a boom in rosé wine.
Absolutely.
And it's very much the wine of choice in certain cities. You came from a background, you were in the champagne business, so you saw for yourself this trend. What do you attribute the success of rosé as an in type of drink, if you will?
Yeah, sure. So yes, there has been certainly a big emerging of the rosé category, and we saw this back in the late 2000s and even into 2010, where the category showed signs of opportunity, but no real brand really going in and really owning that. Though VieVite has been around for 6 years, seems short, we are, believe it or not, one of the first rosés here into the market before this big emergence in the category. So what has really caused it? Well, we see that first of all, daytime drinking has really evolved in the USA. So that occasion, not just only in the spring and summer, but just year-round daytime partying, consumers sort of gravitating to from nightclubs to daytime. The natural drink of choice during the day becomes a rosé. It's lighter, it's elegant. You know, it's not going to make you heavy. It's not going to be so expensive. It's just perfect. And this trend really started here in New York City. We saw it really evolving in the Hamptons. We slowly started seeing it in the other cosmopolitan cities, LA, Miami. Really 3, 4, 5 years ago, this is when, you know, those trends started sort of permeating across the USA.
And since you brought up the Hamptons, there was a rosé shortage on the Hamptons last summer. People couldn't get enough of it. Now you are introducing this weekend a giant bottle of rosé.
Absolutely.
So let's look at this for comparison.
Yeah.
How much bigger than this bottle?
Yeah, so this is the VieVite Extraordinaire 1.5 liter. So we are launching actually this weekend the 15 liter. So it's actually 10 times larger than this bottle. It fits 20 regular sized bottles into one, which is just remarkable. It's a lot of fun. It really says, hey, festivity, here I am. Go bigger, bigger is better. And it's so the Hamptons, it's so daytime, I'm a group. What else am I gonna do? Am I gonna get 20 bottles, regular size, or am I gonna make a statement by having a 15 liter?
And everyone will have to drink it right away because there's no vessel to hold it in,
there's
probably,
no
to keep it chilled for that long. When you started moving into some of the other cities, you're in most states, right? Aren't you in all
VieVite
50
is found
states,
nationally,
right?
which
Yeah.
we're very delighted, and especially these past 2 years, we've seen a big growth into newer markets. Typically, the rosé trend hit the two coasts. You know, traditionally, what we've been monitoring and seeing is that it's sort of seeping in through to the middle of the country, Chicago, Texas, really, really evolving.
How much does that giant bottle cost?
Yes, so retail, if you can find it, because of its limited production, we have about a ticket price of about $1,200. Where we see it is, in the Hamptons and here in the city, on menus ranging on the low end from $4,000 all the way up to almost $5,000.
So let's actually have you open a bottle and
Absolutely.
have you tell me more about the bottle. You mentioned
Yep.
the shoulder. Why did you come up with this sort of shape?
Yeah, sure. So VieVite, very cosmopolitan in essence. Our consumers, which are very much the millennial group, really sort of resonate with VieVite. It's more cosmopolitan. It's more the fashionista. It resembles that
Which is
festivity.
why you and I are about to drink here right now.
Exactly,
Falling into both
totally. We
categories.
feel it. It's a beautiful expression. I love it, and what a wonderful way to start off our weekend festivities. The bottle shape is unique. It does stand out, especially with the larger bottles. People recognize it. Here, what is most important is what is inside the bottle. So here we have in the VieVite white label a blend here of 4 grapes: Grenache, Syrah, Sensal, Carignan. So 4 different grapes. And what you'll find in the wine is something that is very expressive. Because you have a special terroir in Saint-Tropez, where VieVite is coming from, very fruit forward, very elegant. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why the wine critics and top sommeliers across the country have really rated VieVite as one of the best. We'll quickly find out. Let's smell. Look at that effervescence. Very giving.
It's lovely.
Very lovely. And on the palate, you'll notice something very nice, smooth. What strikes me about this is the beautiful balance of acidity. Shall we? Mm-hmm. You see that?
Yeah.
Absolutely
It's
perfect.
lovely and very light.
And
Very refreshing.
lovely. I fully agree. And besides being light and refreshing, I think it's quite intense in flavor, which gives a very nice aftertone, long lingering finish.
And that's because of the blend.
Absolutely. And not only the blend, but also I think it's more of a reflection of the terroir where the winery is located. So just being inland in a beautiful valley, you have a very special terroir, a very special subclimate that just produces what I think is the best expression of Provence.
So tell me about how you are going to grow from here and how you're going to fit in the marketplace. Where do you see that marketplace growing, roughly in terms of numbers, and
Sure.
your role in that?
Yeah, absolutely. Very good question. So it is a very dynamic category, and we've been seeing. First of all, let's define what that rosé category is. That we believe. When we talk about rosé, we talk about Provence rosé. Provence is the capital, and the exports leaving Provence into the USA for the past 10 years have always been in the double digits. Most recent reports show that in terms of volume, we're seeing over 50% growth. In terms of value, that's we're north of 60%. Very delighted to say that VieVite is far exceeding those indices. So the health of the brand is overperforming against the category. We feel we are in a very special place right now as one of the frontiers in this emerging category. It's very fun as marketeers or strategists to be in this position, because in this ever so growing category within wines, we're just now hitting critical mass in the USA. So what we as a brand have done is really challenge ourselves to depict short-term and long-term growth, how that's going to come, where that's going to come. I think it's up to us to really prove to consumers that VieVite is should be the rosé of choice.
And are most of your sales during the summer months?
It's a very good question. So yes, naturally there is going to be a bell curve to the sales, whereby spring and summer, most consumers do consume their rosé. Now we are trying to de-seasonalize that, and ironically, we believe that the most fun times to actually drink rosé are in the tail ends. to me, the tail ends of the year. To me, the best time to have rosé is during Thanksgiving. I don't know if you've ever thought about that, but especially here with the VieVite Extraordinaire, which has old Grenache vines, a lot more body, a lot more structure, is the perfect pairing for Thanksgiving and the holidays. During the winter months, when you're caught inside, and you know what? We want to have VieVite really be prominent choice of drink during festive occasion, during group gatherings, not just during the spring and summer.
So you have managed to get some celebrity help, though, which must be very important for the brand.
It is very rewarding. You know, we have the privilege of working with a lot of luxury hotels and top restaurants across the States, where by a lot of celebrities and socialites are dining or there and have been seeing, drinking VieVite.
What's going to be the biggest challenge for you in the next couple of years as you manage that growth that you're expecting?
Yeah, the challenge is it comes couple-fold. I mean, given that the rosé category is shining, we're seeing a lot of brands try to enter in this space, and historically we've seen this sort of rise in competitors, most of which are here short stay. It's sort of continually evolving. I think we've truly built a platform for long-term success. But part of the challenge does, and that's great. I love competition because that also challenges us to be stronger, to be more relevant to consumers, to be better and stronger and smarter with our platforms. So that is one challenge. Thankfully, we don't have a supply challenge. And I think for us, deseasonalizing is number one. Number two, we need to make sure everyone across the USA is well aware and well educated on rosés and why it's relevant to their lives. That's I think our biggest challenge.
So what will you be doing this weekend when you're sipping on your rosé?
Oh, I'm got 4 straws and a 6-liter and hanging out with my friends on a rooftop and just really kicking back to reflect on this beautiful year that we've been having.
Ton Stoker, it's been great chatting with you and learning about your rosé and how this business has been growing so much.
Thank you so much,
Appreciate it.
Rhonda.
Here,
Cheers to you, and cheers to holiday weekend.